Work site, man. I've been out since the weekend. Got a sickness, and I'm barely recovering. All high salute to everybody. Happy Hump Day. I'm gonna hit the homie up tonight to see if we're doing the Wednesday show. But I want to talk about this, man. We are getting closer to game day tomorrow, Thursday, and the Broncos in 9 years, 8 years, has a chance to clinch a playoff spot tomorrow. Now, in recent years, since Peyton Manning, there's been games where we could have advanced and get a playoff spot, and the Broncos just didn't show up when it was game time. They somehow fumbled the ball, and it's been just heartbreaking and just different things. But I'm gonna be honest, in that time frame, I never had faith in the Broncos actually going into them games and clinching because our roster wasn't right and just scenarios. This is the first time that the Broncos control their whole destiny, and we don't even need no teams to win because the Broncos can actually just win and get in a playoff spot and do what they have to do to get back to competing for meaningful football, and that's exciting. Now, the Broncos don't necessarily have to win tomorrow, but if they want to just solidify, they're going to win tomorrow, and that's what they really need to do. But the Broncos have they've put themselves in a position that they just need to win one of the next three games, and they solidify a playoff spot. Tomorrow would be such a beautiful thing to solidify that. What's good with it, man? Mall high salute. And that's what we need to do. Yes, the Chargers, they're a hard team. They're fighting for a playoff spot also. Phillip Rivers, Justin Herbert, he's balling out of control this year, and they got weapons and they got a defense. So we're gonna have to go into this game, bro, and we're gonna have to actually go and play the way the Broncos need to play. You can't get off to a slow start with a Chargers football team. Let's just be real, because they have enough firepower to actually, if they start putting up points and our defense is just allowing them to actually go downfield and score, it's going to be a long football game for Broncos country. And we can't start like that. Like, we have to go and just put it on them, homie. We got to go in there, and the defense is going to have to play stout. Hopefully, I heard that Patrick Surtain, he's going to be back in the game. I would like to see Riley Moss get in this game and actually be on the other side of Patrick Surtain, but we don't know. So even if that doesn't occur, they're going to have to come up with a game plan, bro, to stop the wide receivers, because going into the zone aspect and Vance Joseph's zone packages that are not necessarily strong, they're going to have to actually play that and shut it down, because if they don't, Justin Herbert has the ability to open up and put points on the board, and that's what we don't need to do. We don't need to be playing from behind. Going to Broncos game tomorrow. Oh, that's tight. Can't wait to make the Chargers stadium. Let's go, man. Broncos country will be out there full force. I believe, you know what I'm saying, the orange wave is about to invade like we always do. And there's implications. That's the beautiful thing, is that there's playoff implications. And this is an important game, definitely. So let's get it done, man. Let's go in there. Bo Nix, I know Bo Nix didn't have the best of game last game, but this is the game that you got to bounce back, because that game throwing 3 picks, it could have cost us. If our defense wasn't that elite, it would have cost us that game, and we would have took an L against the Colts. But the Broncos, and that's why I say this Broncos team is extraordinary, because even with the 3 picks from Bo Nix, we still win by 2 possessions and put 30+ points up, bro. That's unheard of. You put 30+ points up and your quarterback throws 3 picks. That means you got a solid team, bro. So I'm going into this game I just want the Broncos to compete all the way to the end and don't start playing this sloppy ball where they get the momentum at the beginning of the game and then we're playing catch up. You got to just go in there and solidify who you are, because this right here, you can actually speak statements to the NFL and what's to come in the postseason. Now I'm already excited about what the Broncos have done this season. Like, I'm not gonna even say this season is not a success yet, because the Broncos, they have actually did what a lot of people said they couldn't. They said people were giving us 3 games, 4 games, 5 games, and the Broncos are sitting at 9-5, bro. Surpassed every expectation with a rookie quarterback, a coach that got a rookie quarterback that's trying to find the foundation to build. And you got Sean Payton having these boys on fire. And that's why it was so critical for Broncos country to get the coach like Sean Payton, even after everybody said that he wasn't going to be a great coach and he was washed up. This fool came in and clean house and built a foundation for us to compete. Hats out to Sean Payton. Hats out to the ownership. Hats out to everybody that was involved to build this foundation. And the fruits of the labor is paying off in all of Broncos country. Every single member of Broncos country, from the fans to the community to the organization. Big ups to everybody, bro, because this was an impossible task. And the Broncos, this was an impossible task, and the Broncos have succeeded that, man. He needs to throw all these picks now, because come playoff. So this is my thing, and I don't know how other people see it. If the Broncos see, this is where the separation between what the expectations is now. I really, honestly, right now, I could say that the season's a success. Now we're swimming in other waters now, right? We're swimming in playoff talk. This is just a great aspect to what's being built for the future, man. And I'm so excited to be a part of it, because through all the thick and thin, through everything we've been through as a Broncos community, and all the turmoil and the trials and tribulations, bro, we've crawled out of the hole of below average football, and we're making a lot of people, we're ruining a lot of people's Christmas wishes. We're ruining a lot of people's wishes on this team, because a lot of people didn't want to see Broncos country actually succeed to the aspect that they are, and we succeeded all that. Playoffs, bro. Playoffs. For myself, I'm not even thinking about a Super Bowl. My playoff aspect and the goal of the playoffs is to compete and get ready for a future run. I don't even believe at this point that the Broncos are all the way set to make a Super Bowl run. But I want to see them compete strong in this playoffs coming up. Like, for me, a Super Bowl right now would be, with this roster and not this depth, that would be an expectation that is kind of, I feel like right now it's like a thing where we're back against the wall. I believe when you have a Super Bowl contending team, you got to have the aspect of depth. You got to have the aspect of people to step in. And we've seen, soon as our cornerbacks that go off, where the Broncos actually are strongest at the cornerback play, we fall off dramatically. And I believe that will be the aspect to come to bite us in the ass when it's all said and done. So just them getting to the playoffs itself, for me, is success all the way around. And even if they went in and they competed and lost the first playoff game, for myself, I'm not even going to be mad at that, because they already completed and made people shut up. They already made people eat their words. Every person out there that hate it, the Broncos literally shut down every aspect of what people were saying. So for myself, when I look at it, even if they went in the playoffs and they battled and they lost the first game, I'm not gonna be mad whatsoever because I know the future is bright, and that's all that matters to me. Is the future is bright. I said this before. I said this before. The only thing that matters is a championship. If you don't win the championship when it's all said and done, it's not important. There's no importance to that. You have to win the championship. And right now, I wouldn't want the Broncos to actually go to a Super Bowl this year and get blown out. It would be crazy to think the Broncos in the Super Bowl, but then get blown out. I don't want that aspect, bro. Like for myself, I want to know when they go to the Super Bowl, they ready to really win a Super Bowl. And I could feel that in the next 5 years, I could feel that the Broncos are about to be in that aspect of competing for a Super Bowl, bro, with a Bo Nix that everybody said they reached for. And that aspect's coming to true, bro. And there's nothing nobody can actually say. And this shit was built fast, bro. This shit was built in 5.2 seconds, coming from pure garbage, coming from an aspect where the NFL had us ranked like almost 30th in the roster, bro. They said our roster was like 30th in the league, bro. And we're already bouncing back, and we're talking about playoffs. Let's see. If we play, let's see, whenever the Broncos play anybody above 500, Bo Nix throws picks and the offense doesn't make it past 200 yards. Yeah, but our defense is so good, we don't even have to worry about that. Our defense is so good, even when Bo Nix has a bad game, our defense carries, bro. We didn't even have, what did you say? A good team, right? A good aspect. Even when we fall, our defense can actually win us games, you know? And this is another thing is too, you're talking about a rookie, bro. You're basing your standards for a rookie. You're judging a rookie first year, and you're gloating off of him having bad games against good teams above 500. Like, come on, bro. You have to give this fool growing. There's going to be growing pains. But him figuring out and slowing down the process of football, you're not taking that into you're not taking that and looking at that and say, he's a rookie, bro. This is a first-year rookie, and he's surpassed your standards for what he was going to be. Because like you said, and we talked about this before, you didn't have this team winning more than 5 games. And a rookie-led team, Bo Nix, has surpassed your expectations, has surpassed the media expectations. Now, if this was a second-year player and this was a second-year quarterback, then we can start saying, oh, he didn't beat 500 teams. But you're talking about a rookie that's trying to figure out his first year, and he got a team that is above 500, bro. Like, you have to stop hating, and you just got to give flowers. Like, he's made you eat your words. And the way they're winning these teams, like you're talking about, he hasn't beat a team above 500, right? The way they're beating these teams that you're talking about, they're beating them by double digits. They're not just winning by the wire. They're literally dominating teams that they're supposed to. It's not our fault who's on the schedule. But it's so funny because before the season started, the Broncos were not even supposed to win these games with a rookie. And he's already done that. And he's not beating them close. He's beating them by double digits, putting up 30-plus points in multiple games, bro. You just have to stop hating. You can't be biased, bro. It's the truth. He's making you eat your words, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can say. Like I said before, you have to just sit down at the bottom of the basement and take it. You got to take it like all the victims of P. Diddy's case. Rookie of the year, bro. Like we could be, if Bo Nix was going to the wire with these teams that we're talking about, and he was going to the wire, then we could be saying, hey, he's not doing a good job. But the fact of the matter is, the teams that he's beat, he's roller coaster. Like, he's dominated teams, led teams by him. He's dominated. Like, that's impressive in itself, because there's fools like Caleb Williams that was top 1 and he went first in the draft, that right now his whole mentality, he's over there on the sideline and he don't even know what he's doing. He's over there, his body language, he's already given up. The thing about Bo Nix, you don't see that whatsoever, because when he throws them 3 picks, he comes back and throws 3 touchdowns. Let's be real, Rodders. When he throws them 3 picks, he comes back and throws 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns, bro. Like, you come back from 3 picks. That's how you know you got a competitor. You don't just hold your head down. You come back and throw 3 touchdowns. Let's not talk about them 3 touchdowns. You don't want to talk about them 3 touchdowns. You don't want to talk about throwing 3 picks and then winning a team by double digits. Let's not talk about that. You don't want to talk about them 3 picks and then not talk about how we put up 30-plus points still in that game, because that defense carried it, and that's what you have to have with an all-around team. Bo Nix don't have to have an all-star game every game. His defense is that good. His defense is that precious and dominating. We gonna get it. And not to forget, this is only his first year. There's so much time to grow. There's so much aspect of growing, bro. Like, you talk about Jaden Daniels, and they're giving this dude all the praise, and he has similar situations as Bo Nix, but it's because of the Broncos and because he's a Bronco. Fools just don't want to give him his due. You have to. There's nothing you can say. Actions speak louder than words, and the actions are shown right now. And what are you gonna do when? And I heard this too. Somebody said the Colts were gonna win that game, bro. Somebody said the Colts were gonna win that game. The Colts didn't win the game. Where's all that talk from the people that said the Colts were gonna win that game? They're nowhere, because they can't be nowhere, because the Broncos actually took all the energy out of them. They can't, because everybody that said the Colts were gonna win the game, they're nowhere to be found right now, because that's how people are. That's how people are. There's no more energy. Like, you have to just come to a realization the Broncos are better than you thought. And we all knew this. Real Broncos country knew this. But it took a rookie quarterback to actually make you feel some type of way. Because if the rookie quarterback in Broncos country didn't make you feel this type of way, and they didn't make you feel some type of way, there wouldn't be people really trying to paint this picture that the Broncos ain't what they are. People are going out their way because they can't hate right now, and they're trying to paint this picture because the rookie quarterback is making you eat your words. And it's beautiful for Broncos country, because we haven't been able to have firepower for years. And we got firepower right now, and it's only the beginning, baby. It's only the beginning. But you did say that the Colts were going to win. You did say that the Colts were going to win. I think I actually memorized clearly. You said the Colts were going to win. And now you over here, the Colts didn't win. The Broncos basically solidified a postseason play. And now you don't know what to do with yourself, my homie. You don't know what to do with yourself, my Rodder. Let's take some of these aspects of when they won and what they won on, all right? Because at the beginning of the season, the Raiders were overhyped to actually be a good team. We go and slap them up, and then everybody starts talking about how bad the Raiders were, right? Tunes changed. You talk about the Falcons. They were a playoff team at the time that we beat them. Yes, they fouled off, but everybody was saying the Falcons were actually beast mode. Everybody was. There was not one person that didn't say the Falcons were not beast mode. So at the time that we played them, they were on a hot streak. We took Kansas City, got one of the best records in the NFL, to the wire, And basically, off one play they want us, but they got the best record in the NFL. So just taking them to the wire and basically dominating them in that game is impressive. Um, and then the losses that you're going off of pretty much was at the beginning of the season, first and second game of the season, and you're putting hella expectations on a rookie quarterback. I've never seen this aspect of somebody put so much expectations on Bo Nix when Bo Nix didn't even have the expectation to win games. Like, we have to be real with ourselves. We got to be 100% real with ourselves. Everybody said it was a reach. You're not even putting that in reality, bro. You yourself, and I promise you, you're one of them dudes that said that it was a reach. And now Bo Nix is succeeding standards, and all this is coming out. That's crazy, bro. And by the way, who is your team, bro? Bryson, who's your team? You never see. You must not be proud of your squad. You never stated who your team was. But then again, you probably root for a team that never won a championship. You probably root for a team that is ringless, bumless. So you're not really proud of your team. Even though you hate on the Broncos so much, you're not really excited for your team because you know if Patrick Mahomes is in the AFC, you don't have a chance to win a ring. I want you to do. I want you to state who's your team right now. State us. If you're so confident in your team and your team's in the postseason play, I want you to put in the comment section who's your team. Because if it's the Chargers, bro, if it's the Chargers, don't get me started on the bumless Chargers, bro. A team that's just pointless all the way around. Hey, you're not proud of your squad. Every comment that doesn't come to an aspect of you telling us who your team is, it just goes to show you, bro, you're not proud of your franchise. You're pretty embarrassed who you root for. Who do you root for? Who do you root for? I just want to know. And I feel like it is the Chargers. That's why you don't state it. I feel like it is the ringless bum-ass Chargers. And you over here talking to the 3-time Super Bowl champion. He's a Charger fan. He's a pointless Charger fan. The ringless bum-ass Chargers they've never won a ring. They've never even been in multiple championships. The ringless bum Chargers. And you really think, even though you have a generational player in Herbert, you don't even have expectations to reach a Super Bowl because your Charger pointless, ringless team has a person ahead of them, bro, and that's Patrick Mahomes. You can't get past that. He won't even stay. Herbert, he won't even stay. See, Chargers is bums. They're probably the worst in the AFC West. Every team in the AFC West has won a ring. Every team is meaningful to their fan base. But these Charger boys, like I said before, with Phillip Rivers, they had ultimate teams to win a Super Bowl, and they never could get it done. And now they got Herbert, and they never could get it done because their team is meaningless. It's pointless. And every Charger fan out there has never experienced anything, bro. Who's your team? The Chargers are bums, bro. The franchise is bums. Hey, how many AFC championships you guys got? They've choked everything in their life, bro. Every Charger fan is used to choking. They get overhyped every year, and it doesn't even matter, and it doesn't amount to anything because they're bums, bro. How do you have a good team, but you're still bums? How do you have a good team on paper, but you're still bums? You're meaningless bums that don't have rings. And you know, like I know. You know, like I know, bro. Only thing in the NFL that matters is the rings. Only thing that matters is rings, and you ain't got one ring in your whole existence. Meaningless bums. That fool is more bummish They're more bummish than the Browns, bro. And they're an embarrassment to the AFC West because actually they've had good rosters and they can't even get past the AFC. The last time they went to a Super Bowl was in the 90s and choked. They choked themselves away with a roster, and they went to the Super Bowl one time and choked, bro. That's the image of a Charger fan. They're so bad that they had to move city to city, and they still can't get it done. And the bad part about it is nobody takes the fan base serious. Nobody takes that team serious because when you go to that stadium, every invading fan just overtakes. Watch tomorrow how Orange Wave is just going to invade. That's our stadium. We own that stadium. We own the Chargers. If you want to know, and this is the reality, this is the truth. Even in our bad years, right? Even when other teams were sweeping the Broncos, Raiders, and Kansas City, who did we split with? We split with the Chargers, even with bad quarterbacks, Drew Locks and Flaccos and Case Keenums and Teddy Bridgewaters. We split with the bum-ass Chargers because regardless, we own that franchise. Let's get it serious. Let's get it right. Let's get it straight. There's nothing you could say, bro. Even when we had bad rosters and teams, we owned you fools. How do you lose to Drew Locks? How do you lose to Russell Wilsons? How do you lose to Case Keenums? How do you lose to Teddy Bridgewaters? You know why? Because that bum-ass franchise can't see us. You want to know, when we went to the Super Bowl, right? What's good? When we went to the Super Bowl, the year that we lost, we went through yo ass. We went through the Chargers because your bum-ass team can't see the Broncos. Hey, and that's another thing. How did you blow? How did you blow a 24-3 lead, homie? To your only time to go to the playoffs and you blow that shit. You guys had the game in the bag and you couldn't even advance. Another thing is Peyton Manning came back on you 24-0. See, this is the thing. When we go to the postseason, we win championships. When you go to the postseason, you show the world why we call you chokers and laugh. Hey, salute to everybody. Hey, I gotta get out to this work week. Hey, Charger K, you know what it is. Passion for Charger bashing. Tomorrow it goes down, bro. It's time to slap up these dudes, bro. Charger, we gonna plug the Chargers and show them why you can never get too high on the Chargers. Look, they just took a beat down by the Buccaneers, which we slapped up. And tomorrow it goes down. Mall High salute. I'm gonna get at y'all. Y'all be good.